Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. My name is the Brandt, and we've got MojoMania here, Storm and Wolverine. So it is an exciting release week for Marvel Champions. All these are available on Friday at the Portal, which is located in Manchester, Connecticut. So come on down and get your packs if you're local. If you're not local, then check with your local FLGS. But yes, this Friday, November 11th, is the release. So you can check all those out. So I'm going to play through some of these so you can see what you can expect in these packs if you're looking to pick them up. I imagine many people are looking to pick up Wolverine. I know I've heard people excited about Storm, but honestly, I'm most excited about this MojoMania because villains, I think, are where this game is at. So much fun. So I'm going to play through as much of the MojoMania campaign as I can with these two hero packs. So that's going to kind of be the plan for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm actually taking a trip to New York City on Friday, and I'm going to play some MojoMania with some friends in the city. So that should be fun. We'll hole up in a game cafe and eat some food and play and hang out in the city. Although I guess the hurricane that's going to hit Florida is going to sweep up, and it's going to be a lot of rain, but not a hurricane for us. So I guess I shouldn't be too worried about that on that front. So if you want to check out the cards, I know they're up on Hall of Heroes, and Peter did a stream, a 2.5-hour stream of unboxing all the cards and going through them all. So I'm going to let you check that out there. And I will just talk through the cards as they come up throughout this so I can do the playing part, because I do know that my camera will not do a great job picking up the cards for everybody. So, yeah, so this is available. I believe Wolverine is $16.99, Storm is $16.99, and the MojoMania pack, which comes with 3 different scenarios in it, is $21.99. So check those out, everybody. Thank you. All right. Here we go. How we doing? Hello, hello. I see there's a handful of people with us. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you want to give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, it's been a while. We're on the border here of 1,000 subscribers, but it does help a whole bunch with the channel and whatnot. There's a lot of special features that unlock at 1,000 and whatnot. So it would be helpful if you are able to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. If not, no worries. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go down to the table here and see what we've got. All right, so the pack here, I've got the Logan deck, the Wolverine deck here ready to go. I've got my Storm deck ready to go. Storm comes with this side set of weather cards, the weather deck, if you will. Then I've got the MojoMania deck out here, or pack. So it comes with Magog, Spiral, and Mojo, which we can play in a mini campaign. And then these 6 modular sets, including fantasy, western, sci-fi, sitcom, horror, and crime, to be exact. So there's all those. Hello, Brian. Hello, Lucas. Hello, Willem. Sorry, Willem, I don't even think I said hi to Brombe. Hello, everybody. I am live. A few minutes ago, I was not live. It was past Brandt, but this is me actually live. Whee! So there's that. Very excited for this pack. I expect this to become everybody's favorite scenario pack, is what I am hoping. So I just love the idea, and I want them to do more of these three scenario campaigns. I think that's so cool. So let's see how it goes. All right, we'll sort all this stuff over here a little bit. And away we go. We have some reading to do so we can see how this scenario goes. Oh, and we also have Longshot, who is ally that we can do that. Yeah, Lucas, I agree with you. I am excited for it as well. All right, the keywords we already know here from playing. The expert campaign, we can just keep our health from game to game. I believe we have persistent damage. And we've got a little campaign log that's on the back of the book. So there you go. Good morning, Aknith. Good morning, Brian. Oh, thank you, Brian. Enjoy work. you can check out the stream and you can pick up the packs yourself on Friday, so should work out well. All right, here we go. Magog, the story so far. You're sleeping soundly in your bed when the sound of a roaring crowd jolts you awake. You open your eyes to find yourself not in your bed, but in the center of a giant arena. Instead of seats with cheering fans, the arena is filled with electronic screens showing the digital faces of beings from across the galaxy. One giant yellow face on a massive screen looms larger than the rest. Welcome, one and all, to the Mojoseum, the giant face bellows. I, Mojo the Magnificent, proudly present the greatest fight in the history of the Mojoverse. Tonight's fight pits a scrappy bunch of challengers from a tiny, insignificant planet called Earth against our 99-time defending champion, the mighty Magog. Can these plucky upstarts pull off an upset, or will they be ground into paste like the previous 99 challengers? Stay tuned and find out. So here's our scenario 1. Mojo has pitted you against his champion Magog in a battle for the adulation of the crowd. The player's crowd support is represented by ratings counters on the challenger's environment card, while Magog's supporters are represented by ratings counter on the champion environment card. In order to win the Magog scenario, the players must wow the crowd by earning 10 ratings counters per player on the challengers. Ratings counters are primarily earned by defeating Magog, but some encounter cards have alternative ways of earning them. Similarly, Magog does not win by completing his main scheme, but instead by earning 10 ratings counters per player on the champion. He can still win by defeating each hero in the game. Magog primarily earns his rating counters through the forced response on his villain card, though he can also earn them by completing his main scheme and through encounter card effects. So here's our first scenario. He is double-sided, A and B for standard and expert. Our setup for the campaign is we record our identities. I want to try to play through it just here, so we'll see. Shuffle the long shot ally into the encounter deck, and away we go. All right. So here we go. So the first one is Magog. We'll set these two aside. I actually have an off-camera space. Over here. Okay. I should flip this around this way, huh? Magog and standard encounter sets, one modular set, one random from the scenario pack. Put the champion environment card into play with the booing crowd and the challenger's environment card into play. Do left and right. It's a little easier for me. When this scheme would be completed, place two per player ratings counters on the champion and remove all threat from here. I'm going to do the per player. I'm just going to state the actual number since I'm playing with two. So we're going to shuffle these all together. We're putting long shot in there. And then we're going to put our obligations in. So I've got past demons and claustrophobia. I really feel this claustrophobia. I'm doing pre-con Wolverine. Yep. Thanks for joining, Nolan. So I feel this claustrophobia because this is definitely, if I had an obligation, mine would also be claustrophobia. I am horribly claustrophobic. When I was, several years ago, I did a play and all the characters had to be in boxes and the boxes spun around the stage with all of us inside it. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay in the box. So they actually cut a hole in the back of mine. All the other boxes spun around and mine always stayed so that my hole was facing towards the back. Because I couldn't get in the box. So I hear you. I hear you, Storm. It is not my thing either. We're going to let Storm go first here. And we're going to roll a die to randomize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. So we're going to take the Wild Wild West, which is Wild Wild Mojo. We will set these aside until needed later. All right. So Magog is going to go here. Okay, more space. I'm going to use it. I know it's hard to see for people, but if I zoom in, I won't have a lot of room for everybody on the table. So we'll go this way. how's everybody doing today? Which one are you excited for? Wolverine, Storm, or the scenario pack? Which one looks most interesting to you? All right, and in general, are you excited about villain scenario packs over heroes, or are the heroes more what you're looking to do a variety, or do you tend to stick to a hero so you're always looking to take your hero deck versus the next villain and see how your, built deck does? That's what some people are. I think I'm definitely into variety, playing different heroes each time is where I am at. All right, so here is our Storm deck. Spins game with a weather deck, which is going to go here. And then choose a support from the weather deck and put it into play. Let me just... wait, did I get rid of that insert? Where did I put it? Yeah, I totally can get that, actually, Nolan. It makes sense, right? It's like, oh, I'm so excited for a scenario pack, but it's Wolverine. Which, like I've said, I think since the Hulk, Wolverine is the most popular. And I imagine Wolverine is even more popular than the Hulk. But, the most popular thing that they've put out since then, overall. All right, Storm mutant power allows her to control the weather. It represents this incredibly powerful ability. Incredible ability, sorry. Storm begins each game with a special 4-card weather deck. To create it, shuffle all 4 cards together, then place the weather deck face down next to your identity. Storm said, choose one of the supports in the deck and put it in play. Each one has a constant ability. Each weather support also has the permanent keyword provided for leaving play. However, Storm may swap the weather support, amplify permanent piercing. Okay, yeah, not much there. It's weird that we shuffle it, but then we pick what we want every time. It's the way I understand it. The heroes look awesome, but super excited for Mojo. Nice. All right, so we're shuffling this up, and Raymond, thank you, Clifford. Raymond says, I'm excited for Wolverine, and my wife says I either die or play with low health too often. There you go. Nice. My wife plays a ton of games, including, people have seen her on this channel. Most recently, she played Oak with me. But sadly, she just doesn't enjoy Marvel Champions, so doesn't happen. All right, this thing is tiny. And actually, I can see my old sleeves versus my new sleeves a little bit. All right, there we go. We didn't read any flavor text here, so let's double check. Teleport into a bizarre arena. You must fight for the audience's entertainment and your lives. The players cannot win the game unless they wow the crowd as the challengers. So this is going to add 2 per player, so I should be adding 4 threat a turn to this, so we'll need to remember that. We'll shuffle up our decks, and away we go. So he has 20 health. So after Magog attacks and damages a character, place a ratings counter, 1, on the champion. These are both on the booing crowd side. When Magog would be defeated, reset his hit points to 10 per player. So he's at 20 health right now. Place 3 per player ratings counters on the challengers. I said I would do it. So we would get 6 on the challengers, and then each person gets a face down encounter card. When this gets to 10 or this gets to 10, they get flipped over. And that's how you're going to get to your win there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we've got Havoc to deal some damage. We've got minions. Remove 3 threat. And Hurricane. We've got the X-Jet, which is probably a good place to go. Here. Effective leadership for allies. We could just get Havoc out, which might be a way to go. So let's see. What is the special ability of Hurricane? Remove 2 threat from a scheme. So that's going to be too much threat removal for right now. And this one is... deal 3 damage to the villain. Each minion engage that player. Resolve the special ability of your weather support. So drawing cards seems good. Maybe we'll just put this one into play. We'll get rid of this leadership skill for now, see if we can get a little bit more build going on. Got a lot of build here. All right, so we're going to put this one into play, and then she is set up. And we're going to come over here, give him a shuffle. I'm so excited that you are playing this. I'm excited too, Spartan. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got better. I could heal myself. This is deal damage to an enemy. We've got a lunging strike. There's our cabin. We can get Colossus out. So let's reset these two. I'm not going to worry about my stay alive. Ooh, there's my fastball special, but I'm probably going to build a little bit of trouble. And then I search my deck for my claws, and I put them into play. Here we go. So my claws say, exhaust Wolverine's claws, choose an attack event in your hand, and take damage equal to its printed cost. Play that event, ignoring its resource cost. That attack gains piercing. Sweet. Away we go. All right, starting with Storm's turn first. So, I'd like to get this Uncanny X-Men down and this cape, but I've got more of these. So if I can get the X-Jet out, I think I can get her cape, right? 1, 2, 3 puts this out. Nope. So I need to be able to draw a card. Is there something that lets me draw a card? Swap your weather support and play with support of your choice. Ah, okay. So I should have started with something else I didn't want. So I didn't want to remove threat. So I start with that in play so I can swap it out. So then I will swap this out for Clear Skies. Your choice. So I assume at some point when I shuffle this thing, then tell me. So now everybody's stalwart and I draw a card. So, all right. Swap your weather support in play with a support of your choice from the weather deck. Resolve the special ability on your weather support in play once per round. So this one says each character gains stalwart, and then the special is draw a card. Sorry that I was reading it to myself. That is not helpful to you. All right, so 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use Havoc, Effective Leadership, and Uncanny X-Men to start getting resources out on the board. Hold on. Move the book. The soda needs to go somewhere else. Here, you can look at my soda right there. All right. This will come here. We'll get the X-Jet down, and then we're going to use the X-Jet, Endurance, and Blast of Wind to put down her cape so she has +1 defense and can ready. We will attack for 2 and bring him down to 18. Awesome. Coming over here with Logan. So I could get this cabin down. I don't know how much I'm going to flip. Man, it really should be these two that I should get, but this gives him +4 hit points, +1 attack. I can get the fastball special. So I guess I could put these two down. Man, everybody wants to see the fastball special. Don't take it away from them, Brandt. Well, I'm going to. So I'm going to switch to this side. Wolverine says, after the player phase begins, heal 2 damage on him. So I am going to spend this aggressive energy to put out his cabin. I'm going to use his cabin to shuffle a card back into the deck. So this I Got Better is going to get shuffled back in. Then I will flip up. I will spend Fastball Special in Colossus. Sorry, world. I will bring him to 14. I'm going to attack for 2. Bring Magog down to 16. And then I'm going to deal 8 damage to an enemy. If you exhausted Wolverine's Claws to play this card, it gains Overkill. Oh, sorry. My basic attack is +1. So I'm going to use the claws, take 3 damage, hit him for 8 to bring him to 7. Nolan says, a guy in Discord said that Storm's upgrades, Cape and Crown, really make her fly. Have you played her? Do you feel the same way? I am playing her now. I mean, the Cape seems great because I can do something ready, do something else, especially if I get the Crown. I can thwart twice for that control, so I think it seems good. I do want to deal a lot of damage here to Magog, I think. So we shall see. All right, that is the end of the turn. We'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's her crown, so we can answer your question a little bit there. And the torrential rain. We've got an endurance if we want to get that down on somebody. So we should be in good shape there. He is also a 5-hander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just catch me if I forget to read something. I know you can't read my card, so let me know. Track by Scent, I think, is his best card. Remove 3 threat and then draw 2 cards. Man, we're going to use that. Regenerative Healing, heal 4 damage. Discard each stun and confused status card. Choose one or the other. Battle Fury if we need to kill stuff. Weapon Skill to get bonus damage. Nice. I'll read the cards when I choose to play them as opposed to every single one. All right, so we are going to first add 4 threat to the main scheme, so that is going to go to 6 out of 12, so that's pretty high. Then he is going to attack over here. He attacks for 2, so I don't think I'm going to block with Storm right now. So 2 plus 1 with the Gunslinger is 3. So she goes to 6, and she got hit. Ah, the crowd cheers, and we put 1 over here on this one. Same thing, we're going to hit Wolverine here for 2 plus reveal this card. So he's going to have +1 after his hit points are reset. Place 2 ratings counters on the challenger and discard this card. So he's a +1/+1, but now if we defeat him, we get 6 counters. Or sorry, we get 8 counters instead of 6. So he's going to hit for 3, bring me down to 8, and the crowd, oh! I need a better noise that's not so lazy. All right, and then they each get an encounter card. So we're going to get Defend the Title. In hero form, Magog attacks you. If a hero defends against this attack and takes no damage, place 2 ratings counters on the challengers. So if I could defend that, it would be good, but I can't. So he's attacking for 3. So now she could die. So we will exhaust, not to get those, +0. So I do take 1 damage. And we will put a 3rd counter on here. Fortunately, I couldn't defend all of it. All right, a game of cards. Oh, this one's brutal. All right, so I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I choose and discard 5 cards from my hand. For each different printed resource, I have to discard an upgrade or support I control. Got it. So I've got these 2. So I want to try to discard all the same. But I cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So both of these are going to go away, huh? Rough. All right. So Track by Scent, Berserker Barrage. I don't think we're going to need that one. Mean Swing. I like the Weapon X. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I want to keep that Track by Scent. So we'll get rid of these healing cards. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I discarded 2 different, so I have to get rid of 2 upgrades or supports. Yikes. That's brutal. Tough card. All right. Now we are going to play this Weapon X down to the table. So Weapon X is... Oh, I can only play if I have the mutant trait, and I do not. So we'll wait on that. I want to do this Track by Scent. Remove 3 threat. And then draw 2 cards. But I need her to remove some threat first. So I can Hurricane. Boy, she's just going to get rid of all that threat anyway, huh? How can I trigger her special ability? So I can't do the ability on the current card, huh? Exhaust Storm's Crown, generate the printed resource. Alright, so I could give her this Torrential Rain, and then she could swap out for something. We could get rid of threat and deal damage. That seems good. I could also put Retaliate on my characters, but I don't want him to have Retaliate. Oh, I could also do it that way, huh? Okay. Let's try it. So I'm going to call for an action. I'm going to have her swap in Thunderstorm. She's going to use her once per turn ability. When Thunderstorm comes into play, I deal 2 damage to an enemy, so he's down to 5. And then I'm going to call for another action and play Torrential Rain, remove 3 threat from a scheme, and if I have Hurricane in play, do its special ability, but I don't, so that's going to bring that down to 3. Pause on her, coming back over to Wolverine. Wolverine is going to spend these 2 Battle Furies to play Track by Scent, which is going to remove 3 threat from a scheme, and then if it clears all the threat, draw 2 cards. Alright. She's just so cool. Fly or aerial fly. If you don't take damage, don't the challengers get some points, or did you place them and I missed it? No problem. So what happened was, yes, this card said if I take no damage, I get 2, but I actually took 1 damage. I just blocked because if he drew a 3, I was dead. So he's got the 3 over here, so. Oh! I heal 2 at the start of Wolverine's turn. Perfect. Alright. So I drew this Battle Frenzy, which is pretty sweet. This card is... after I take any amount of damage, draw a card. So, we're going to say bye-bye to this one. We're going to do Warrior Skill and Weapon X. We're going to play Battle Frenzy. We're going to hold on to Psylocke. Wolverine attacks for 2. Bring him down to 3. And we will end there. This goes away when I go to Alter Ego. Alright, now we come over to Storm's turn. Storm used her special ability, so she should have readied. I missed that. Just a product of playing two-handed, right? I will use the X-Jet and the Torrential Rain, and I will play her Crown, which gives her +1 threat removal. And it can generate the printed resource. So this has a lightning resource on it. It's Thunderstorm. So I will exhaust this, and I will use it to play Endurance. I guess I should be smart and put it on Wolverine first, right? So I'll put it on Wolverine, so he goes to 13. He can take hits. She's going to flip and heal so she can get a few more cards. We'll go to 8. Oh, he was +1 attack. We didn't swap that out, which is going to give him +1 attack, but hopefully that'll be okay. All right, there we go. We'll get those counters soon enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got a Mirage that can come into play. We've got an X-Mansion to heal. We've got this Flash Freeze card. To me, my X-Men. So we can go find an ally and put them into play. Over here we got Psylocke. We really just want to get her down. Ooh, there's a double resource and a precision strike. So I actually use that and heal there, which is cool. Because that'll deal 2 damage to an enemy and defeat them. Cool. All right, so we are set here. We are adding 4 threat to the main scheme. And then Magog is going to attack Wolverine over here for 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a flip. We're just going to take it. Plus 0. Nice hit, bub. So that's 9. Frenzy's going to trigger. Let us draw a card. All right, we got a Slice and Dice, so we can deal 3 damage and then 3 damage. Nice. All right. Then he's going to scheme over here for 1, 2. Oh, sorry, he hit. Hey, the crowd cheers. And it's going to be for +3, so he's going to scheme for 5, and that's going to go to 9. It's a Card Shark. All right, and then we each get an encounter card. Gang Up. He's attacking me again, huh? All right. For 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 3. Good thing I put that endurance on him. And we're getting another counter here. Yikes, getting out of control. And then Wild Mojo. So this is an environment. Each enemy attack gains overkill. When a character takes damage, increase that damage by 1. All right, so all damage increased by 1. I'm glad I got that later. Passing over here to Storm. So when the player phase begins, he's going to heal up. A little bit different from the ally, which I think is your turn, but I could be wrong. All right, Flash Freeze. When the villain attacks you, the villain and each minion engaged with you gets -3 attack while attacking you this phase. If Blizzard's in play, resolve its special ability. Oh, that could be good. Mirage. After Mirage into place, choose an enemy whose scheme is less than Mirage's thwart. Stun that enemy. So his is currently not. But what we'll do is we'll call for an action over here. We're going to use Out of My Way to play for Precision Strike. So this says deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, heal 2 damage from your hero. So we're going to heal 2 here. We're going to deal 2, which defeats him. Then we're going to heal the 2. When he is defeated, this is discarded. We get an additional 1, plus we get 3. So we get 8 counters here. Hey! So I gotta remember that. So when that gets to 10, we flip it. We reset his hit points, and then we each get an encounter card. All right, so there we go. So we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. And he would take 3 damage, actually, from that, because this increases all damage by 1. Whew. Okay, so that's helpful. So now we have that +1 attack. Now he's down, so Mirage can confuse him. I also have Psylocke, who could come into play and confuse. But she could just thwart temporarily. So I have this X-Mansion to heal, but maybe we'll have some fun with, like, To Me, My X-Men and some of that stuff. All right, so there's no ability on this side. I will flip here. I am going to exhaust Storm, and I'm going to use her to remove 2 threat. Try to keep that under control. That goes down to 7. Thank you. Wolverine took damage from Gang Up. Perfect. Ooh, I drew Jubilee. Boy, I wish I could get him 1 more resource, huh? Thank you. All right. I could give him the X-Jet, right? No, he needs 2 more resources. Man, Wolverine. You're such a pain. All right, I don't think I'll play this X-Mansion. So I think I'm going to drop Mirage and get rid of these Flash Freezes, although that's a cool way to not take that damage from him. So Mirage comes into play. Choose an enemy. Oh, and stun them. Oh, perfect. All right. So we will stun Magog. That's a really good way. We'll stun him. Now, I want to deal damage, but I want to keep that threat under control, huh? So I have this leadership skill. So I can exhaust this, and I can play To Me, My X-Men. So search the top 5 cards of your deck, put an ally into play. If it's still in play, add it to my hand. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, no allies. All right, I can swap this out, but do I want to do that before I deal any damage with him? So I'm going to put her into play, right? Although, man, I don't want Wolverine. Did I heal 2? Yeah, I was at 3. He's going to be stunned. All right, I've got this leadership skill. So I can use the X-Jet for that. Get Psylocke out. So I could deal a little bit of damage here. All right. It's +1, +2 right now, huh? All right, so we'll be a little brave. Mirage is going to hit him for 1, +1, +1. So that's going to be 3, so it's going to go to 17. Then I'm going to use my ability to swap out. And I could draw a card or remove 2 threat, and everybody gains Retaliate. It's not terrible. After Wolverine takes any amount of damage from an enemy attack, but the retaliate's going to be messy because it's going to go to 2. Don't want Stalwart. And this is elite minions. Each character gets -1 attack. Man, this is rough. Wow. I don't like any of these. Well, I definitely don't want... Yeah, see, this is a weird option. Retaliate, I think, is too much with that. So we're going to have to go with this. We'll switch to Blizzard, unless we just leave the Storm in play. But I guess this will be a little bit better. Readies me. Although the interesting part is I could just do this at the end of the round, right? And I just wouldn't get the 2 threat removal from her. Maybe that's my best play, just not worrying about readying her. I think might be my best bet, and then I can just put that into play at the end of the round. It's a little weird, these alternate abilities. So we'll keep this one in play so he gets +1 damage, and then we'll swap it out. All right, coming over here. You can change after Wolverine's turn. Nice. Doubling up with Portal MC Games. Yes. Yeah, thank you, Poetic. Good call. That's what I was starting to think. All right, so I could play this Slice and Dice for free and then just put Psylocke down. I could play Jubilee. After she enters play, choose an enemy until the end of the phase while Wolverine or Jubilee is making a base attack. Yeah, that's where we got to go. So we'll play Jubilee with these 2. We saved that resource, huh? So let's spend the X-Jet. Let's put this leadership skill into play. Does it get tokens on it? When an ally makes a basic attack, remove 1 leadership and give them +1. So we're going to do that here. So Jubilee's going to come into play. We're going to pick this enemy. While they're attacking them, they get +2 to their attack. So we'll play her with this. This is down. We're going to give her +1. So she is 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4, 5 attack. There you go, Jubilee. All right, then Wolverine will swing. He's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and it's also +1 damage, right? So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +1 is 6. Boom, he's down to 5. Then unfortunately, this Slice and Dice isn't going to be what I want it to be, but we will take 3 damage. Play that for free. We'll deal 3 damage to an enemy, which is increased by 1. That brings him to 1. And then we'll do it again, and that defeats him. So now when he is defeated, we get... Oh man, we're going to get a lot of encounter cards, huh? That's okay. We'll be brave. So we get 6 counters on this. I don't know if I want to do that. Defeat him now. Whatever. So here's 6 counters on this. So this is going to go to 14. So that's going to trigger flipping. I guess I'll finish him. So he's going to reset. And we each get an encounter card. And we put tokens on this. This will flip over. After the challenger flips this side, search the encounter deck and discard pile for surprise contender. And put it into play. Engage with the first player. Oh no, there's a surprise contender. Ding, ding, ding. So he's villainous. After he attacks and damages a character, place a ratings counter on the champion. When he's defeated, we get 4 counters. So not quite enough to defeat him and get this, but we're close. We can defeat each of them or just defeat Magog again. So we're almost there. Not sure how well this will go, but we'll try it out. All right, and then I think Wolverine's going to have to just flip down, right? Because I'm just not going to be able to take any more damage. So we'll flip him down. We've got Psylocke, and I've got better. Honestly. All right, and then here we will swap out. And unfortunately, it's a non-elite minion. Otherwise, I would discount his text box. And we'll put Blizzard into play. She readies. All right. Ready everything up. This is going to pop. This is going to deal trouble. Sorry, he has 14 health on him. So it's a little bit of a mess, but we'll see what we can do. We've got blocker here and here, so yeah, I'm going to get rid of I Got Better. I don't think I'm going to be dying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although it is funny, by flipping down to this, I'm not going to get to deal the damage, but I think I could take damage and work my way through. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to get her Garden Weather Goddess. Swap your Weather Spore. That's what I needed. Yeah. That would have been huge. Swap into 1, swap it back. Choose a player, deal 3 damage to the villain, and each minion engage with them. Okay. Away we go. So we're adding 4 threat to this main scheme. It's going to go to 11 of 12. Berserker Frenzy gets discarded. I did know I was going to lose it. I just didn't discard it. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Something is sticking to me. All right. Let it be. She was first. So he is stunned. He will not attack here. So we're good on that front. The contender is then going to attack for 1, but he's villainous. We'll take it. 1 plus 1 is 2. I wonder if I should have actually exhausted there. And we're going to place another counter over here. We're going to run out of these things. Hey! So they're at 6. We're at 14. So, oh, I'm sorry. When this flips, it says if we get to 10 ratings counters per player. So if this gets to 20, we win. Read it to myself, but didn't say it to you. So we're at 14. We need to get to 20 to win. It's kind of a mess. I should just use dice. All right. So that's set. Then he's going to scheme over here. Unfortunately, we can't stop that. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So when this maxes out, place 4 ratings counters on the champion and remove all threat. So that's going to pop. We're going to place 4 over here, which is going to bring it to exactly 10. Boo. Which way would the crowd go? The crowd's booing on this side. Yeah, I'll have to think about how I do that. After this flips... Oops, I don't get rid of the 6 counters. Each player draws a card. Hey, that works. 1, aggressive energy. And 1, we get an effective leadership. Not as helpful as I'd like. So... that is there. He doesn't have guard. That is key. All right, and then we get encounter cards. And if he gets to 20 counters, he wins, and he's at 10. What are we going to do? We're just going to have to use other things. I guess dice would have been better. There we go. So they're at 10. All right. Whew. Let's see if we can stay alive. Caught off guard. So caught off guard is going to get rid of my leadership skill. Then we're going to get Gunslinger, Quick Strike. When this minion engages you before resolving Quick Strike, you may spend 2 lightning. If you do, deal damage to this minion equal to your hero's attack. Nice. So I can quick draw with him, deal some damage. Hold on. When she took 1, she should have taken 1 more, right? So he's actually going to hit me for 3 because of this. Yikes. Is this a spot where I let Mirage die, or do I have to worry about Magog attacking me, or this guy a little bit more? Like, gang up, but gang up went by? Well, I'll take the 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I'm going to try to deal the damage. Oh, I do. Hold on. If I spend it, which I love this card, then I actually do kill him, though, huh? That's okay. We're going to try to win this round. So we're going to let that be. And then hope this card isn't the death of us. Shadow of the Past. There you go. All right. Let's see what's happening here. So her shadow is Callisto, who is an elite with Quick Strike. There you go. When a knife fight treachery is revealed, give Callisto a tough status card. So we're going to do Leader of the Morlocks. When this is defeated, The player defeated this scheme searches the encounter deck and discard pile and set aside area for a knife fight and reveals it. So, yikes. We don't want that. That is going to have 4 threat on it. The quick strike is going to be blocked by Mirage. So we don't have to deal with that. Okay, Shadow of the Past. Over here, Jolt of Adrenaline. He gains Retaliate 1 and Stalwart. After his hit points are reset, place a further ratings counter on the challenge. So if we defeat him, we win, but now he's got Retaliate. Assault. We'll go into Assault. We'll surge into Longshot. Hey, thanks, buddy. So Longshot comes into play. He's got Piercing. He doesn't count against our ally limit, and when I get him, he's under my control, and then it surges. Into Claustrophobia. Flip to Alter Ego form. You cannot change forms. I have to exhaust and remove this from the game. All right. And finally, Stage Fright. You are confused. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. 4 instead if there are more ratings counters on the challengers than the champions. All right, so 4 threat goes on here. And I am confused. Yikes. Looks like we survived it, though. Now we just have to figure out how to deal all that damage. Pass this over to Logan. All right. So I do have the option thing. Do I have anybody with guard? 3 damage to enemy finds out if they have guard or patrol. Battle Fury, Slice and Dice. So it's looking like Out of My Way and Slice and Dice are the way to go. But if I attack him 4 times, he's got Retaliate. So I guess I'd have to remove... I'd have to heal up, right? Would be part of that idea. Use this. I also have to take damage. All right, so I'm going to heal, go to 10... Flip up. She's kind of stuck here. We're just going to take him out and not deal with all this stuff that built up quickly. We're going to then play Out of My Way. Well, hold on. I guess we'll play Slice and Dice. So we're going to play Slice and Dice, not with this, and the aggressive energy. So it's going to pump each of these by 1. So it says, make the following 2 attacks in order. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So we're going to deal 3 here. It's increased by 1, and it's increased by a further 1. So it's going to be 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 attacks means I take 2 retaliate. Then I'm going to have long shot attack. So 1, 2, increased by 1 is 3. So it's 7. Ooh, is it? Hold on. So enemy attacks gain overkill. Oh, would I have actually died there? I think I missed it. I think that she would have just died. So we're just going to say that she would have blocked this one to get the +1, then the overkill. So she would have done this, and I think I missed that overkill there, so then she'd be at 2 and flipped. Because I missed that this had overkill, so I wasn't going to be able to successfully do that. So I'm just going to cheat a little and defend there, so we can move on. I want to show you more of the scenarios, right? Just realized that this card gives overkill to enemies. So, all right, so he's going to deal 3 and then take a retaliate. Jubilee is going to attack, deal 2. She's out. I think we're in good shape now. And then I'm going to play Out of My Way. For 2. I'm not even going to do the damage thing. Just play it, and it deals 3 damage. +1 is 4. He's down to 1. I take a retaliate. And then we will leave it to her. Oh, no, she can't exhaust. Oh, no. Does she have an ally? Really? That just happened? Amazing. All right, so... Did I really just fall 1 short? All right, well, what did I play these with? Jubilee, Slice and Dice. Didn't I have a 7th card? I did. Played that. This could have been played for free. Track by Scent could draw me 2 more. If I played this for free, 1, 2, 3, I still wouldn't have enough to play Psylocke. Oh my gosh, now that's a mess. And characters have -1 attack. Ooh. Alright, so let's back this up a little bit. So Jubilee dealt 2, Longshot dealt 3, and that dealt 4. So we'll back up to there. We got a little bit of a mess on our hands here. Alright, make sure you read the cards. So I can play this for free. I could track by scent to draw more cards. Jubilee. So Jubilee will remove a threat from here. Thunderstorm would work. Oh, if I flip up. Got it. Alright, so then I can play these 2 to track by scent. Get rid of the 3 threat on here and draw 2 cards. I can't. I'm confused. Man. Ugh. They got quite the puzzle on me, huh? Alright, so out of my way, we'll just do the same. Deal 4 damage. And I take 1 from Retaliate. Longshot can attack for 1, deals 2. It's just not going to be enough, huh? You cannot change forms. Ugh. I have to exhaust. So how do I do this? I just have to try to survive. And I'm going to get all this threat. I think so. Oh, what a mess. I thought I had it. This totally messed me up. That's okay. Yeah, I don't have options. So this effective leadership, and this would only give me 2 ratings count, right? 4, so I wouldn't get there. I'll put the garden down, use the garden to heal 2 from her. And then I will use Utopia, I guess. Man, that would have been away. I guess I should save that Blastowind just in case. So Utopia to give her an endurance. So she gets +3 health. And I guess instead of dealing the damage here with him and taking Retaliate, I'll just remove 2 threat to bring that to 1. Ugh. Well, that wasn't fun. All right, we draw back up. See if we can survive the threat that we're about to get. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have the obligation, yeah, so I can't move. I can't change forms. I can't do anything, which makes sense. It's claustrophobia. So, yeah, and Blizzard was out, so it was rough. Otherwise, I was like, I could probably find the one, like you said, flip up and change that or something. Anyway, wasn't going to happen. So, we're putting 5 threat on here. He is attacking Wolverine, who I believe just needs to block. Could also lose Longshot, but we'll try this. 1, 2. He's attacking me 4. Boost here, so it's going to be 5. +1 is 6. I'm down to 1. Ugh, that's a mess for the Retaliate, huh? And then he gets a counter on there, so he goes to 11. Then he's going to come over here and scheme for 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to go to 9. And then 1. Should I do that one first? I should do these first, right? 1, 2. So that goes to 11, and then he'll scheme to pop it, and we add more ratings counters. So I'm just going to have to change this 5 out. So that's at 15 for people counting at home. All right, so we should be okay in terms of that, because, he would add 1 more, but that would just clear that, so we're good. All right, 1 here, 1 here. We're going to reshuffle, so we'll accelerate. I think we should be okay, but that just delayed us a weird turn, right? All right, let's not get attacked. Pump up the crowd. When revealed, if the champion is on its cheering side, place an additional 1 threat here. 1 per player threat. When it's defeated, place 1 per player ratings counter. So we don't want to defeat that. So this is going to be at 8. Wow. And then we're going to place an additional 1 threat per player. So it's at 10. Accelerate, it's going to be 2. And then past demons. You may flip to alter ego, exhaust. Otherwise, I'm stunned and confused. Well, I'll go to... Oh, no, I'm not going to go to alter ego because I'm going to gain stuff here, right? I am stunned and confused. All right. Ugh. This is a slog at the end. All right, we got this. We got to deal 7 damage to him. I drew no allies, though. We'll keep this short and simple. Exhaust. Claustrophobia is gone. Out of the game. We'll heal 2 with this. Flip up. We're at 9. And then we will switch this out to Thunderstorm. Ah, thunder. When we do that, we deal 2 damage to an enemy. Brings him to 4. I'd love to kill this guy. But probably just don't have enough. Oh my gosh, I've got 3 weather goddesses, so I could just keep cycling through. Like, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. Might be able to do both. But we'll keep it simple. We'll play Lightning Bolt using the X-Jet, the Uncanny X-Men, and the Blast of Wind. And it deals 8 damage to an enemy. He's dead. We gain 1, 3, 8 counters, and that's a win. Woo! All right. That got a little messy at the end. We got locked down, which is cool, right? It was pretty easy. It was pretty straightforward, and then it just got a little bit messy for us. I may have screwed this up when she came into play, like he came into play, and then I could have played the 2 to defeat him because it would have had Quick Strike, and then when she came into play, I could have blocked it because Mirage wasn't going to do that, and it just got a little tricky. But again, when I'm doing these streams, the goal is to show you what the scenarios are like, not like the intricacies of, look at what I did. So I'm going to keep moving on. I'm not going to worry about that too much. It just happens on those first plays. So awesome. We move on from there. So let's see what happens continuing in our story. And Storm readies. Seems like you don't want to kill him twice in a turn. Yeah, it could be true to get all those cards. So, right, that turn where I flipped him, I might have just created more mess than I needed to. Just leave him at 1 or something, hold the card in my hand, right, and away I go. It's a good point. All right, we're going to record whether Longshot was in play. He is. We're going to check off the modular encounter set, so we will not be using this one. I'm just going to set it aside. So we will not. We're going to check off the Wild Wild West, which this was cool. We were getting extra damage, but so were they, so it was a little tricky. And then we can choose. I love this. Each player may choose 1 support or upgrade they control with a cost of 2 or less, 3 or less if the booing crowd side. So the negative of letting this flip is that we can't pick one. But we pick an upgrade or support of cost 1 or 2, and we put it into play. Sorry, this one's going to tell us that we put it into play, right? Yeah, over here. My bad. Spoiled that a little bit. But we're going to get to pick one and note it down. Oh, no, we start this next area with it in play, yeah. Awesome. All right, so we're moving on to Spiral. Spiral! I picture all this, like, 80s metal behind this whole thing, right? Outstanding, Mojo shrieks with glee. These ratings are through the roof. Spiral, teleport our stars to the next show. My rabid viewers want more, more, more! The screen showing Mojo pans to a dour woman with 6 arms who stands behind him. She begins a bizarre dance, waving her arms about. There's a flash of green energy, and you find yourself in a strange new world. Hovering cameras orbit around you, recording your every move. You feel as if you are on the set of a television program, but the denizens of this show behave as if it is real life, giving new meaning to the phrase reality television. There must be a way out of this madness. Perhaps this teleporter called Spiral is your ticket home. But first, you will have to find her. All right. This other microphone is stuck to my foot. And I'm going to remove it. It's been there for a while. All right. All right, so we're going to have to find it. The show deck. Each of the 3 modules including the scenario includes 1 show environment card. During setup, one of these environments is chosen at random to begin in play, representing the show in which the heroes are currently searching for Spiral. The other 2 show environments are shuffled together with the cornered treachery card during setup to form the show deck. The show deck has no discard pile and cannot be affected by player card effects. Players can interact with this deck only through the side scheme, the search for Spiral, which is discussed on the next page. So she's a double-sided villain card. In order to find her and defeat her, players must search for her by thwarting the side scheme, the search for Spiral. Players can use the hero actions on this side scheme to remove threat from it at the cost of taking damage. When all threat is removed from the search for Spiral side scheme, the players reveal a new card from the show deck. If that card is the corner treachery, it flips Spiral to her cornered side, allowing the players to damage her. When Spiral flips, she triggers any when revealed ability. All attachments cards, status cards, boost cards, damage, and other game elements associated with the villain remain as they are. When Spiral is defeated, the next stage of the villain deck enters play on the same side as the just defeated stage. All tokens on her carry over to her next stage as normal. That's super clarity right there. So I liked how swingy it could be, makes you have to adjust strategy. Yeah, honestly, I think it was what Brombe was saying. I probably just shouldn't have done that damage to flip him, just to get him to 20, because I could have just flipped him and killed him on that turn and not suffered as many effects. So, but hey, we got through it mostly. I may have cheated, but life moves on. All right. You cannot choose to use modular counter sets that are checked off, so I can't use that one again. If Longshot was in play at the end of the scenario, I can reveal him. Otherwise, I shuffle him into the encounter deck. Each player can take a copy of the card they record in the campaign log and put it into play, and then add threat equal to its value onto the main scheme. Yeah, this one was going to be really easy till I got that card game, whatever it was, the bet, where I lost my 2 upgrades. That was brutal. That's it. So away we go. So you are going to have to watch me do all this. So this is going here. Here's Storm. Here's her deck. We are going to choose. I did think about this ahead of time. So we're going to choose the crown and put it into play. Give her +1 thwart and generate a resource. Feels like a no-brainer to me. We're going to get rid of this encounter set. We're going to carry these over. So Gunslinger is out. And Dead or Alive, Card Shark, Game of Cards. That's the one that crushed me. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wild Mojo is out. So there's that one. Then we're going to pick up all these Magog ones. I don't really know why I'm talking about what I'm doing, but it's just a trick, right, for being on camera. Like, keep the audience engaged, keep talking. Now I'm going to take this card from my right hand and place it with the cards in my left hand. All right, let's get rid of the knife fights and the switchblade. And I believe there was this one, Leader of the Morlocks as well. Callisto protects the Morlocks, but she won't let anyone question her authority. Come on. I'm going to ruin that pretty face of yours, says Callisto. All right, here's his deck. I believe this Endurance was part of her deck. So we'll put this back over here. Here's the claws. I'm just going to put the claws into play. I know there's all that chaotic controversy, but honestly, if I don't have the claws, or they're in my hand or whatever, after the mulligan, then I'm just going to scoop and play again. Like, I'm not going to play Wolverine without his claws, personally. I guess if it's the final scenario, you technically can't. All right, so Magog is set aside in defeat. Haha, Magog. Here comes Spiral. Spiral has 3 cards. She's got the cornered and the escape side, so right now she cannot take damage or be stunned. Threat cannot be removed from the main scheme. Well, fine. Across the Mojo verse. So we're going to do Spiral and standard encounter sets, 3 modular sets from the MojoMania scenario pack. And then we're going to put Search for Spiral into play. Cornered is going to come out. So let's find ours. Ooh, where did I not take them out of here? I did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All right, so these are out. We'll get our obligations back in. We're going to keep Longshot, I think. And then we're going to get 3 of these. So we'll line these up here. Ooh, I did a bad job. 1 is sci-fi. 2 is... Oh, gosh. 1 is sci-fi. 2 is fantasy. Is this the real life? 3 is sitcom. 4 is crime. And 5 is horror. So we're going to roll 3 at random. First one is 1. You're in, Mojo Runner. Next one is 6. We'll re-roll. Next one is 1. We'll just restart the numbers here. And now we'll do a D3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, it's the first 3. Well, it's 1s and 2s. So these are out. All right, so we're going to take these show environment cards for each one. We're going to take all of these cards here. These are going to get shuffled in. We've got Mojo in the middle, a game of Mojos and Mojo Runner. So these are going to be our cards. They're going to get shuffled with our cornered card from Spiral. So there's some significant setup here. Yeah. That's my opinion, Brombe. I mean, I guess technically, right, isn't like when you play on Expert, you fight Magneto and Loki and all them, it says you get 1 shot. So if you were Wolverine and your 1 shot, you ended up without your claws, then technically if you scoop, that should be the campaign. Like, right? But it's just like, all right, well, and I guess you could play it out for sure, but it just feels like I want to have fun with the game, you know? And certainly sometimes fun can be hard, but I would think that would be self-contained. Although I might not be the right person because there's all the people who play video games where, like, if their character dies, they die. And, 96 hours into playing their character, it dies, and then they're out of the game forever. And I'm like, dude, I don't have that. I don't have that in me. All right, so we're going to shuffle these together. We're going to reveal a random show environment and put it into play. So it is Mojo in the middle. And then we're shuffling this together with this. Each obligation gains 1 acceleration. After a player discards an obligation, that player draws a card. So here is our show deck. Here is the rest of our deck. Yep. So we are running through these various TV shows trying to find her. All right, this has 15 per player threat. It's going to start with 1. I didn't pick Wolverines. What should I do? Maybe his adamantium? Skeleton? There we go. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, and this has 2. So we're going to put 6 threat on here. Boom. So we're starting at 6, and threat can't be removed. So we need to find her. So somewhere in this deck is a cornered card. So we are going to have to remove threat from this, which is at 6. At any time in hero form, you can take 2 damage and remove 3 threat from there, and it's unlimited. I love that. This is something that I feel like the collector is missing, right? That unlimited nature, or just something that helps you do the thing you're trying to do. The collector takes all your cards and, on average takes more than what you can remove, so you just lose eventually. Oh, is that how it is? An upgrade that was in play? Ooh, did I read that wrong? Thanks, Brombe. I must have read that wrong. I didn't understand that. Oh, they control. Gotcha. So did I have anything with Wolverine in play? You're right. They control. I don't think I had anything out, huh? All right. So this is going back in. Well, that stinks. Yeah, it says an upgrade or support they control, which sounds like under victory. So, well, not as exciting, but it's fine. It was that one stinking card that made me get rid of it. Yeah, I don't think I had anything in play. I had Jubilee, long shot, right? Had I not taken Wolverine's turn, so arguably what was in my hand. So see if there was one in my hand if you want to rewind. I could take the endurance from Storm's deck. Boom. There you go. Done. Love it. Good job. Good teamwork, everybody. Cool. All right, that's a good rules update for me. It's obvious it says they control. So now I'm even more mad about that game of cards that took that away from me, because that would have been a great start. But that's okay. We got endurance. So there's one fewer threat on here is the other good news. So that's going to go to 5. And he'll start at 13. We're going to put long shot into play with the first player. We'll let Wolverine go first this time. Spiral is at 13 health per player, so 26. How is all this set up camera-wise? I know I'm zoomed out. Should I zoom in just a little bit? I don't know if it helps that much, right? I'm just going to put the weather deck down here. I know you can't read cards, but at least that you can see everything in a spot. It makes sense. Now I'm going to run out of space now that I did this. Yeah, he's going to get me an encounter card. Yep. All right, so I get this encounter card here from long shot coming into play. Not sure I showed Wolverine's hand. So rude of me. That's okay. No worries, we're good. We'll go with the endurance. All right, we're getting 6 cards over here. Long shot says when he's put into play... I said that, right? It said if your long shot was in play in the last one and marked down, you could put him into play, and then he says when he comes into play, it gains surge. I would get a card. I talked about this one. This one. So then when I remove the threat from here, I flip the top card of this deck. I get the next environment. This one goes specifically on the bottom. So I know at most I have to search 3 times to find that card would be the idea. All right. I may have to take a break after this one and then come back and do Mojo later. Might be the plan, just so people know. All right. So we've got track by scent, which is great because we could remove that threat. We could take damage, draw cards. Sunfire is going to let us get rid of an attachment, which is amazing against those. And regenerative healing isn't going to do anything for me. I do want to get Psylocke into play too, right? 2, 3, 4. So I would need another double resource. All right, so I'll get rid of these 2 and hope I can draw another double. 2, 3, nope. Can't deal any damage. This will be a little tricky. Oh, if I play this, I'm going to get cards, so it'll be good. Cool. All right, so there's his opening hand. Storm shuffles up. We've got the crown in play. And then we're going to pick a weather effect. Yeah, it's interesting she doesn't get to do this special ability. I mean, I guess it makes sense. So she's going to go second. Yeah, she's weird, man. I'm trying to figure out what card you want. All right, so Pixie... Add an X-Men ally from my discard pile to my hand, so that's not amazing. So I could put her out to kind of block, but I don't really need that. So maybe we get like some of these cards down. Blast a Wind, deal damage. We need threat removal. Gentle. Gentle takes +1 cost if he attacks the villain. All right. Okay, so then we got to put something into play here. Retaliate 1, -1 attack. I get +1 attack, so nothing for thwart, huh? Stalwart. We want to remove threat, so that's the card we want. So we'll put this Blizzard out for now. We get -1 attack. Hope that's going to be okay. All right, I think we're good. Away we go. So we're going to flip Logan up to Wolverine, and then we are going to take 2 damage to remove from this search for Spiral. Go down to 11. And then we're going to spend 2... Oh, I should check here. Good. We're going to play Track by Scent. So we remove 3 threat from a scheme. If that clears it, this one's permanent. then we get to draw 2 cards. So 1, 2. Hey, there's our double resource we were hoping for. So we'll do that, and then we get to draw the top card from this deck. Let me specifically read this. Spiral is hiding in one of the numerous television programs Mojo is producing. After the last threat is removed from here, the player who removed that threat reveals the top card of the show deck and then places 3 threat for player here. So it is Mojo Runner. Each minion and ally gains toughness. When revealed, discard each other setting environment in play. If this card was revealed from the encounter deck, it gains Surge. So I discard this. Did something say when a show environment would be discarded, place it on the bottom of the show deck instead? Is that true? I would Surge immediately? So Surge always means just reveal the card? Okay, we'll do it. Growing Pains. So I would have this obligation play, which had an acceleration on it. Increase the cost to play each of your upgrades by 2. Well, that's just rude. Discard an upgrade you control, or discard an upgrade from your hand. If you have more upgrades in your discard pile than in play, discard this obligation. So that's interesting. So I actually could have done that to draw a card, right? Surge happens immediately. Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, so I could discard that Endurance. I have 2 upgrades, though. How many do I have in my discard pile? All right, I will... Weird. If I have more upgrades in my discard pile. All right, so I will discard this I Got Better, and I'll discard my Endurance, go down to 8, which would go back to Storm. I'll get rid of this one. And then that let me draw a card from that. Then I'll do all the things I just did. Okay. Now, we did not find her. This goes back to 6. Can't remove threat from the main scheme. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll spend these resources and put Psylocke out. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll remove 6 from here, which goes back on. And it's cornered. So when we find cornered, flip Spiral to her cornered side. This will cause her, when revealed text, if any, resolve the top card of the show deck. Shuffle this card into the show deck. This effect cannot be canceled. Reveal the top card. So when we reveal this, it'll become this. This goes on the bottom, and then this gets shuffled in. Each player gets +1 hand size. Discard each other setting environment in play. If this card was removed from the encounter deck, was revealed in the encounter deck, gain Surge. Okay. So that is going to happen. Cornered is back in there. She's now on this side. Now that she's cornered, if there are 6 teleport counters here, remove all of them and flip her. After she activates, place a teleport counter here. So now I can deal damage to her, and I can remove threat from this scheme, which will be 2 of my goals. All right, and then we will take 3 damage. Wow, I'm going to die. And we will Lunging Strike with this and deal 8 damage to her, bring her down to 18. Psylocke also has 2 counters on her. And this is not when she schemes, right? All right. We may have to block there. All right, we'll hold on to this Battle Fury. So then, this is this deck. Oh, everybody's got -1 attack. That didn't matter. I never attacked, right? Cool. All right, so now it's her. We're going to flip up. We've got +1 thwart here, so that's an option. I can also switch out all these. I've got this Uncanny X-Men, which seems smart to play. So I'll generate the resource on there. I'll use the other one and the leadership. And I will put this into play. So then Gentle now costs 2, right? So I could put him into play. I also have Utopia. So I will thwart for 2 with her to bring this down to 3. And then I will go get a new thing here, which could be retaliate or stalwart. I guess I'll do clear skies. We gain stalwart. And I do the special ability, draw a card. I get mirage. Who do I like better, Mirage or Gent? I guess I like Mirage better. I'd love to just get Utopia down, though, honestly. So, do we want that one, or do we want to just put the one... Yeah, so we'll spend these 2. We'll put Mirage out. She will stun her. She's not immune to stun, so we're good there. So she doesn't activate. She'll remove 2 threat to bring this down to 1. And then we'll play Weather Goddess, and we'll swap this out. So we all have Retaliate, and we remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we'll bring this one down to 4. All right, there we go. And that stun will protect Wolverine a little bit here. I'm not going to worry about this Berserker Fury. It doesn't feel like the main thing that I want. And my hand size is +1. So I get 6 cards. We should look through here. Track by Scent, Precision to Strike, Colossus, Lunging Strike, Slice and Dice, Berserker. I mean, I got all the damage you could want. And the Tracker Scent is awesome. So I'm excited about that. Can also confuse, so hopefully we can stay here a little bit. This is going to confuse the life out of me. The weather deck. All right, I'm going to put it face up here next to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Daniel. Cool. No, thanks for the help, everybody. Easy to even get confused on some of those things. I am sad that I don't have that skeleton. I was like, oh, I'm going to have that. It's going to be sweet. All right, so we got good upgrades here again. To me, my X-Men. That's going to be interesting, loading up the deck and then getting... playing this and getting Beast is going to be awesome. That'll be a cool card. All right, so we got a lot of upgrades and things to come down, which looks like what we're going to do here is build a little bit. We are going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. It's going to go to 3. Then Spiral is going to attack, but she is stunned. Whenever she activates, we place a teleport counter, so she doesn't have any. Then she's going to attack over here for 1. And we'll take it. 1 plus this, so that's 1 plus 1 from the boost, so that's 2. I'll go down to 7, and then retaliate 1, and she gets a counter. So there's one of her teleport counters. And then we will get cards. I think it's that straightforward. Past Demons. I don't know why this is here. All right, so I will flip and exhaust. Otherwise, I'm stunned and confused, so no thank you. And Mana Drain. Choose a non-wild resource type. Each player draws 2 cards. Each player must discard each card with the chosen resource type. Okay, so not lightning, so maybe punch. We'd get rid of Colossus. We could get rid of this track by scent, because we're not really dealing with that right now, right? Although we could get all that off the main scheme. Yeah, we'll just say punch resources. So she's going to get rid of her garden. He's going to draw 2 and get rid of Colossus, Lunging Strike, and Berserker Barrage, which might actually be the cards I needed to deal damage, but what are you going to do? All right, so yeah, some of these events are pretty rough. We have here. All right, coming over here to Storm. She is definitely the harder one to pilot. Figuring out all this and what you want to do is a little bit confusing. Okay, so X-Men are cheaper. X-Mansion can heal, which is cool because he's an X-Men, right? So let's pop down the Mansion. And, boy. I think I'll get rid of this, to me, my X-Men, and put down the X-Jet. We'll hold the Kate. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3 with the card. We'll put down the Cape. Logan will use the mansion. We need to get to the start of the player phase. On himself or on long shot? I guess on himself to go to 6. Because any mutant can trigger it. She's going to swap that out then, right? Do we just want Stalwart now? This draws a card, which is kind of lame. -1 attack. +1 attack. Oof. So she could wait again, right? Doesn't make sense here. So we can flip up and put this Berserker Frenzy, slice and dice. I'm not going to have a lot of health, so we're going to have to block Psylocke, deal with that. Alright, so we got damage from other sources. So let's do the... This is weird. Let's do the -1 attack, I guess. Oh, sorry. First, Storm will attack for 2, which she would take a retaliate. Then we'll play this one, which triggers no effect. Ugh, I hate that. We'll just do +1. What the heck? We'll use a blocker. All right. Then we deal 2 damage to an enemy. Ready. And now that I'm ready, I will flip down and heal back to full. There we go. We'll just take that advantage. All right, we're going to flip. Oh, wait, we got this. So we'll play... We'll use Precision Strike to play Weapon X. And then we can exhaust it and take a damage and discard until we get an identity-specific card. Berserker Barrage. Flip up. We're going to play... Oh, man, I like that Berserker Frenzy. So Slice and Dice would be free, but then we'd have to have a blocker. Oof. Wow. We'll get a little build going here. I'm struggling which one to do. We'll use Slice and Dice and Berserker Barrage to track by scent. Get rid of 3 on this. And since we cleared it, draw 2. And then we could play this Slice and Dice, huh? And we would deal 6 damage, but we'd be down to 2 health. So we'll play the Berserker Frenzy instead. We'll take it easy. All right, Psylocke is going to attack, remove a counter. She attacks for 2. And then she confuses. I didn't put Stalwart out, so that was good. I never did anything with Mirage, but I'll just leave her to block. Oh, she has +1, right? So she'll remove 2 threat from here. I know I'm going out of turn order. All right, and then Long Shot will also deal 3 damage. Go to 8. All right, we got lots of build now. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forge and a Flash Freeze, Havoc, Lightning Bolt is our damage. So hopefully she won't flip. Over here we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our skeleton. We're getting that down this time. All right. We're adding 2 threat to the main scheme. And then He's scheming over here, and she's scheming over here, and she's confused, and then attacking over here for 1. And I think we just use Mirage to block it, right? 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. So Mirage is out, and then she gains a counter. So when that gets to 6, she's going to flip. So we should be able to deal with that. And then we get our encounter cards. This one's going pretty well. Troll. The Troll has toughness. Well, that makes sense. The minion takes 1 additional damage. This minion takes 1 additional damage from each card with a printed mental resource. Player defeated this minion may put 1 ally from their discard pile into play. Oh, that's phenomenal. Oh, yeah, it's the dragon. All right, so the dragon has Retaliate 1 and 20 health. Double the amount of damage it takes from lightning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know it. Lightning bolt. So there's that. And then each player draws 4 cards. Okay, here we go. Wolverine's turn. Heal 2, right? Oh, man. All right, so we got this mean swing, which is weird because we would use that instead of this. He doesn't have guard. Exhaust it, take damage. His basic attacks gain piercing. All right, so I could attack for 3. But I need a +1 anyway, so I might as well do this out of my way. All right. Oh, I can't do that, though, right? Oh, I got too many 3s. Why? He didn't take any damage. All right, so if I put this down... Yeah, I just don't have an easy way to do that. +1 damage from printed lightning bolts. I have it here. Attack gets +3. All right. So we'll use this mean swing and this fastball special to play the skeleton. And then we will attack. We attack for 3. We're going to play mean swing and make it +3. And my attacks have piercing. So I remove this and I deal 6 damage. Yep. 1, 2, 3, +3 for that. I get +4 hit points. Wow, that card is huge. And I take a retaliate. Then I'm going to take 2 damage. Oh no, I exhausted my claws, right? Got it. I can't do that. So I'm going to hold these cards. X-Mansion is going to heal Longshot. Longshot is going to... What do we need to do this troll? Might just have to deal with him, huh? Does Longshot get piercing? Oh, he does. Longshot's going to attack here on the troll with piercing for 1, 2, 3. Oh, that actually is another damage here. So hit him for 3. And then Psylocke is going to hit Spiral and confuse her. And she's out. Attacks for 1, 2. So Spiral's down to 6. All right. That should be good. Is Wolverine flipping down? Never. I always flip, so I'm not going to flip. All right. So now, here I don't have the garden or anything, so I'm going to flip up, and I am going to... I'm going to use Flash Freeze. And X-Jet. And the Crown. Perfect. And I'm going to generate 3 for lightning bolt. And I'm going to deal 8 damage, which is doubled to 16. And that will defeat this, and we both draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love that. What a great card. So much fun. All right, so then I will play Havoc with effective leadership. With 2 effective leaderships? No, just 1. So he costs 1 fewer. I'm going to put Havoc into play. Oh, I also generate the special ability. Should I get rid of this troll? Yes. So I'll deal 2 damage here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Wolverine call for an action out of my way. He's going to deal 3 damage to the troll. Doesn't increase by 1. When the troll is defeated, I can put an ally from my discard pile into play. And it'll be Colossus. We'll get that fastball special for everybody soon enough. All right, Havoc is going to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's only the enemy. Oh no, I don't remember the ruling. Do the boost icons? We just read it last night too. They only work as boosts. No, so I think it would work. Does that work for me or not? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for each boost icon, I take a damage. So he's attacking for 4. That'll bring him down to 2. And then Storm will attack. That will flip Spiral. And Spiral will stay on her cornered side, right? And now she has 4 teleport counters. She will flip. And she's at 15 health, so I got to deal 30 damage. Get her there. She is confused. Used as a boost card. Okay, that's why it makes sense. Perfect. Because this says count the boost icons, and I'm thinking that's what it does, but it's when it's used as a boost. And that's I was thinking I didn't get it, but I couldn't remember the reason why I didn't get it. All right, he also was played with effective leadership, so he's +1. Wait, hold on. Storm flipped, right? I'm so confused what just happened. I attacked for 2 with Storm. Did he deal his damage? What did I just do? Was Spiral already flipped from Storm? Or did Havoc deal some amount of damage that then I attacked with Storm, right? So it should have been +1. Yeah. That's what happened. Woo! My brain is hurting there. All right, so then we're going to play Forge with Uncanny X-Men and Leadership. Oh, no, Forge costs 1 fewer. So with Uncanny X-Men, we're going to play Forge. Forge lets me go search my deck and discard pile for an X-Men or X-Force support or upgrade. Whew! All right. What do I have? I have Utopia. Probably my main one. Thanks, Brombe. It's like I know it in my head, and then I'm trying to think of what the actual rule is. All right, so I'm going to put Utopia in my hand, and then I will spend leadership skill and effective leadership to put Utopia into play. And then I can swap this out, huh? So I'll swap it. No, I give them Stalwart. I'll swap in this one. We gain Retaliate, remove 2 threat. Using my ability, Ready. Exhaust the cape. Wow, she's pretty fun. Then I'll play Weather Goddess. And No, I'm not even going to play Weather Goddess. I'm going to use Weather Goddess to give Wolverine Endurance again. And it'll go to 13, so you can take hits. Wow. So Spiral 30 damage. I'm done. Oh, and I've also got this, huh? So I spend these two, and I do Out of My Way with Aggressive Energy, which deals an additional damage. 26. And I'll take a Retaliate, which is my own fault there. Okay. Forge is not going to do anything because of the Retaliate. And it's fine. Drawn back up. We still get that +1 hand size. Seems good. All right, we've got healing here. Not damage, though. That'll be a little rough. Over here, here's my weather cards. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh. Why did it take me so long to figure that out? Put the weather cards under, and there's one in play at a time. All right, we've got Torrential Rain and a Lightning Bolt, which that's going to be our key thing, right? And to me, my X-Men, I don't know what other X-Men I have in here. I have to see. All right, I think this should be pretty close. I'm hoping we can deal that damage. I wish I could draw that fastball special, but I don't think I can get through to it. It went through my deck, so unfortunately, can't get there. All right, so Spiral is... Oh, nobody flipped down. I've got that confused, huh? But she just flipped up. Yeah, we're good. So Spiral's going to add 1 here, 2 here. When she attacks twice, though, she's going to flip. That's okay. We'll have fun. She's going to attack me for 2, +1, so 4. I'm going to go to 8. Trigger Retaliate, so she goes to 25. And trigger drawing a card off of Berserker Frenzy. There's Jubilee. Then attacking over here and gets a counter. Attacks over here for 2. +1 is 3, so I go down to 6. And then gets another counter, trigger Retaliate. And now these counters will go, and she will flip to this side. So I can't remove threat. She can't take damage. She doesn't attack. Instead, she adds to the scheme. Did I do that? Did I just flip her? I did flip her early. Okay. And we get cards. All right, she's got her swords. This is a little bit rougher. So now she's going to have this with 3 counters on it. I'm going to put these colored tokens here. She gets +1 attack for each sword, and then if she's cornered, I can spend 2 punches and remove a sword counter for her. So I think this is where Sunfire or whatever would be really strong, right? Because Sunfire just removes that, discard it. So I could just completely discard this with Sunfire. So definitely some power there. Sunfire's a cool one. Like, ooh, what scenario would be really good to put Sunfire in? Family Matters. Treat the printed text box of each support you control as if it were blank. Yikes. That's not fun. All right, let's have a little soda here. So I'm going to finish this one up. I will read, and then I'm going to take a small break. There's a couple things I need to get done. I'm going to eat lunch, and I'm going to come back like... I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to eat lunch. So like 12, 12:30? I'm not sure. If I can eat an early lunch, get everything done. And I will do Mojo after this one, but I think I'm just going to take a break here and finish that one up. There is a shot that I need to run out to do something, in which case if I don't show up, that would be the reason. All right, all my supports are blank until I flip down. Yikes. Got it. Okay, so I gotta find her again. So the main thing, Torrential Rain. Oh, what time is the FFG stream? That's a good point. I definitely don't want to conflict with them. So we're gonna exhaust and get rid of this 2 threat. And then that will Flip this, which is Mojo Runner. This will go on the bottom. Yeah, I definitely don't want to stream at the same time as them. People should watch Fantasy Flight. It's their product. It's their game. Watch them. 1 o'clock. So that's 2 o'clock. Cool. So I could finish this up then. All right. So I'll come back at noon. I will finish this, and then everybody can go to watch theirs as well and see what they do. Thank you. Brown Bay, you're the best. Literally. All right. Each minion ally gains toughness. And we discard each other one. All right, so we did not find her there. So now we could take a boatload of damage. We have torrential rain, so we don't really need to do that. So we will swap out ours here using our ability. We'll put in... Oh, wait, is this the one I already have? Retaliate? Yeah, never mind. I don't have to swap it. I will do torrential rain... To me, my X-Men, every support. Okay, so I still have my upgrades. And this one, to play Torrential Rain, it removes 3 threat from a scheme, and then the special. So that's 5. And then we'll use Forge to clear this. So it goes to 6. Let's see if we can find her again. Corner! We got it. We reveal the next one, which is Mojo in the middle. Obligations gain accelerations. We shuffle Cornered back in, and we flip her to the side. Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, Caleb and Tony are friends too, acquaintances, friends. So I want people to watch their stream and see. Yeah, there might be new information, which is a great point. They might tell us about some of the new upcoming things. That should be exciting. Yeah. All right, so this one gains an acceleration token. After I discard it, I would get to draw a card. So I triggered that ability, so my cape is an upgrade. Whew. They did a good job with that. So that will go there. Then I could upgrade. I could exhaust all these to get rid of this thing, and I would get to draw a card, huh? All right, so first things first, let's Lightning Bolt. No other resources, huh? If Thunderstorm is in play. So let's put Thunderstorm into play. So we will use our ability to put Thunderstorm into play, deal 2 damage, and then we will spend these 3 to Lightning Bolt for 8, and then deal 2, so that's 10 to go to 12. Storm is 2, go to 10. Plus 1 is 3, so 9. Havoc, plus 1, 2. Plus 1 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brings it to 4. Oh, we got this. Havoc takes 2, but has plus 1 health. Show all that stuff off. Come over here to Wolverine. Wolverine is going to play Jubilee, who gives plus 2 attack, and Wolverine will attack for the kill. Nice. Got it down. There it is. You know what? Maybe I'll just do the opposite. Maybe I'll just let this run for a few and come back. Nah, I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down and come back up here. I think it's more interesting. Then people can watch kind of the 2 separate streams and see that. Cool. All right, so that is the win there. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. All right, so we beat scenario 2. That one was significantly easier. So I'm definitely noticing that these scenarios are easier, which is nice. Increase the difficulty. This is an expert. I'm using pre-con decks, but they're doing their job, right? And beating those. Excuse me. So, record the campaign whether Longshot was in play. Yes. So these modular sets can't go into the next one. And then each player may choose one support or upgrade they control with a cost of 2 or less. 3 or less if there's less than 10 threat per player. So I could put a 3 cost in. All right. So Storm is going to choose her cape. And Wolverine is going to choose Adamantium Skeleton and keep that endurance as well. So we'll put those under their cards. there. Players cannot choose cards without a cost. That's it. And then we get to Mojo. All right. So Mojo will be the last one. Like I said, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here and get a couple things done that I have to do, a couple phone calls and things, eat some lunch, probably early, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back at 12 o'clock so that I have plenty of time to finish Mojo and then let people go over to that Fantasy Flight Game stream. All right, I'll do all this cleanup off camera because that's not so exciting to watch. Thanks, everybody. Got a bunch of you here with us. If you have any questions, actually, I'll stay on for another minute if people have any questions about any of this. You're probably going to ask me, am I having fun? Absolutely. Sometimes when I'm doing this stuff and I'm trying to read all the cards and get everything, I get stuck and I don't, exude some of that excitement. I love this scenario pack. Is it too easy? It's very easy. It's Rise of Red Skull easy, I think, for sure, is what I'm finding. I'm beating it with these precons, but Expert will be awesome. I'll be able to take anybody through it, right? You pick a hero, I pick a hero, we cruise through it. I love this idea of 3 scenarios. I mean, honestly, I could sit one more. This is what I'm going to try to do on Friday with some friends, and I think that'll be really exciting as well. So it's been really neat. What do I think of the heroes? She's tough to pilot. Storm is just throwing me for loops left and right. These abilities are cool, but it feels like you're always giving yourself a negative, and then it's like backwards when you're trying to gain. Like, oh, I want to switch to this so we can do this now, but I need to wait. So I think that's probably where I just need to get that Weather Goddess down and realize, oh, I switched to this, we do all this, then I put this one back on. I haven't been able to deal with any minions, so it'd be a little bit different. How would you rate the 3 villains in the Mojo pack? I love them. They're awesome. Mojo's interesting with this wheel of genres and all this. He's probably the hardest one. He's the weirdest one for sure. Magog feels like it's a straight up fight where they just say, hey, you just got to knock each other down. And it's very similar, right? They're basically saying there's kind of 2-3 stages is the idea. Spiral is easy, but is going to be much harder. Like, controlling those activations made a big deal. Getting the stuns and confuses are going to make a big difference on her. If you can flip her, she doesn't have a lot of health, and then you can deal with those. It's a little bit, easier and different. I absolutely love these modulars. So if you're asking me the best parts of the modulars, which, Tony was on Critical Encounters and said you can shuffle it. We designed them to be shuffled into anything. So you can take the sitcom one and shuffle it in anywhere. So that's going to be awesome. So yeah, they're good. It's really neat. I think it's fun. I love the idea of sitting down to play 3 for a campaign and just kind of getting it done. Storm seems like she's adding a lot of mental overhead, but I think that makes her ceiling higher. Yeah, I don't know. Right now she's got this leadership kit, and so it's making sense. Like, all characters get +1 attack, but like, what if I'm in aggression? That could just be crushing. Or what if I have people that I could ready, right? That's going to make that really strong. So I think that build is going to change here. Giving everything -1 attack is interesting. And then getting rid of text boxes on minions could be really interesting because you could get rid of guard, right, with Blizzard, which is really powerful. Oh, this is great. People are giving me questions. Hurricane. Each character gains Retaliate 1 and remove 2 threats. So this is really your threat removal one. Yeah, I guess you're going to put this Retaliate up if you're playing more protection, right? Because you're not going to worry about taking that damage. You could play a damage mitigation with this. Stalwart's interesting. You'd have to know those fights where, like, cool, you're going to put Stalwart up against Thanos. Cool, you're Stalwart. So are we. Let's go, right? No stunning me. Or just those villains that just tend to stun you a whole bunch or confuse you is really frustrating, right? So this could be interesting, like against the Collector, and then suddenly when those minions come out, they don't confuse you. So it's trying to figure out where all those things are powerful. Her kit in of itself is great. The way it interacts with those, the readying on the cape and all that kind of stuff is really neat. I did not talk about Wolverine. Look, Wolverine is exactly what they needed people to make, right? Like, I've said this so many times. He's 2-2-2 so that he's just good at everything. Like, in all honesty, he should be 1-2-2 or 2-2-1, right? Like, he should have one that's not there. But they made him 2-2-2 because they just want a hero that you're just like, I love Wolverine. I want to be Wolverine. You can do everything with Wolverine, right? That heal is awesome. You know me. I love to flip. And this Berserker Frenzy and this healing is making me not want to flip because I can just get my card draw. There isn't great, amazing things on his other side other than when you really just need to go and heal. So you're playing more in the style that I imagine a lot of people enjoy. So that's really neat. He's full of attack cards. I think I've said it a bunch, but my big hot take with him is I actually think aggression is his worst aspect. Because he's got so many attack cards in his kit that are great already. You don't need to get an attack card every turn. At some point, your health is too low that it becomes an issue. So I think putting him in other aspects is actually where he's going to be better, whether that's giving him allies around him that can, like, take damage and block for him so that he doesn't have to deal with that until you have Berserker Frenzy, and then you're going to take all those minions. He could be really cool pulling minions and then taking damage from them to draw cards and then playing Bring It, which is a deck I'm dying to do. I am interested in aggression, how he rushes. I think protection could be super cool. Again, that mitigation thing like Drax and Spider-Ham, right, that they did, which I think is really cool that you can do with him as well. And then staying in hero form. I don't know if he can do perfect defense. You can get him up to 3, and then most things should deal you 5 or less. This Weapon X card is ridiculous. This is going to be the reason that some people are going to buy Wolverine 2 or 3 times. Because they're going to want this card, because that's going to make you flip to Alter Ego and go grab those cards. I mean, this is immediately good for Phoenix, like the Weapon X, because she's already trying to do that. Cerebro, pull this stuff out, like, that's real good. So, yeah, I mean, Wolverine is just, he's exactly what you wanted, right? Like, they didn't overthink it. He thwarts for 2, he attacks for 2, he defends for 2, he's healing 2, he's playing those cards for free. I mean, this is bonkers good. +4 hit points, +1 attack and piercing. Now he has permanent piercing. Like, yeah, he's real good. I don't know where he'll rank in the tier of, how good heroes are, but in the terms of how well loved he is, he's going to be way up there. People are going to absolutely love Wolverine, especially if you love Wolverine, right? If you say, I love Wolverine, he's my favorite hero, he's one of my top 5, there you go. He's just so good. It's like Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man's just so fun because he plays like Spider-Man should, with a little bit low on the threat removal. Incentivized to recover. Yeah, no, great point. Yeah, so she's taking the damage and then she wants to recover to get the resources. So that's an awesome point, Josh. I love it. So yeah, Wolverine is just what everybody wanted, and he's going to be solid, and he might be really good. Have to see. Storm is that puzzle character, right? So she's your Spectrum. She's your maybe Adam Warlock, right? He's got that puzzle to him when you're playing him. Kind of SPDR. She's a little bit of a different puzzle, but those characters that really link all their pieces, and you're trying to figure out how to put them all together. So the players that love those are the ones that are going to love Storm. People that love Wolverine are going to love Wolverine, and he's just going to be a fun one to play. He's going to be great solo too, that's the key, right? He's so good solo, and so many people play this game solo. That's where he will be especially loved. Yeah, and he's going to be solid for new players. So there you go. Awesome, everybody. I will come back at noon Eastern, which is 2 hours from now. When I log off of here, I will post the video. I'll eat my lunch a little early and come back and finish that up with Mojo, and then we can all go and watch the FFG stream. I believe it's Caleb and Tony that are going to be playing on there. I don't remember exactly. All of a sudden, Brombe reminded me that was happening today. So I was just excited that we had the packs in and that I could show them off to everybody. I'm going to play this one left and right. So, at some point, probably next week, I'm doing Rocket and Groot. Here we go. It's been a long time since I've been Rocket on stream, so let's do it. Maybe I'll do Rocket and Venom or something like that, because they're a fun pair too. But I'm doing that. Also, don't forget, every morning at 8 a.m., you can see my speed run all this week. We got 2 more to go. I believe we're 3 turns, and 2 turns today if you didn't watch the video this morning. So that's 8 turns through the campaign, the Mutant Genesis campaign with Star-Lord. 2 more to go. We'll see how that is. So there's that. Thanks, everybody. Like I said, I'll be back in about an hour and a half to finish this up and fight Mojo. I am having an absolute blast. I hope you can see the smile on my face now because I've been a little heads down and in the corner of your screen here. But I'm really, really enjoying this. I'll try to bring a little more joy to the next one. I love doing the voices too, so thanks for bearing with me with that and whatnot. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. My name is the Brandt. And until next time, which is an hour and 45 minutes away, maybe not. I hope you step into the portal. The portal's not even open until noon, so...